Welcome back to the show. Well, sir, it's a time. Back here again today. Got the Cyelee Cobra X Pro. We're going to talk about it a little bit. I told Cyelee I would do a little review on their optic. They sent it out to me. They were nice enough to do that, and I appreciate you, Cyelee. I really do. Sorry it took, going on 2 months now before I got the review out, and I've had it for that long, almost 2 months. I've carried it, though, in my back pocket, my front pocket. I've carried it in the console of my truck, console of my car. I've had it in the console of my truck for hours at a time in the heat, the summer heat. I mean, like 100-degree heat, and inside the truck, it's hotter than that. And one thing and another, and I haven't had any issue with it. The reticle still lights up with the shake awake every time I pick the gun up. I had no issue with that. It's still bright. The battery's still doing well. Haven't had any issue having to change battery or anything like that. So the battery's great. The optic itself, like I say, is sturdy as all get out. Messed around and had it there in the back seat of the car on a blanket and messed around, and it got knocked out of the car onto the asphalt down there and beat around. And I took it yesterday down there to the range, and I fired it a few times, and it's still on. It's sighted right where I put it at, so it's still zeroed. So it has been a great optic so far. I hadn't had, like I said, any issues at all with it. I'm going to read a little bit on it here. Get some of the specs on it, and we'll talk a little more about it, my experience here in a minute. It's the Cyelee Cobra X Pro. It says you can go there to www.cyeleeoptics.com or go to their support if you need any help with any questions answered, anything like that. Support at CyeleeOptics.com. It says we strive to supply optical solutions at affordable prices. For any questions or warranty support, please reach out to us at our website or through our support email. You see, it's the Cobra X Pro. Comes with 2 wrenches. He's got, 2 wrenches. It does actually. And micro fiber cloth and screw packs. There's several screw packs. It says to install the CR1632 battery, put the battery into the compartment so that the plus is facing up. Well, when it came, the battery was already installed, so we didn't have to worry about that. Switch on, press and release either brightness button, so to turn on the side. So you can use either one of them to turn it on. Once you turn it on, like I say, I've had no problem with the shake awake. I've left it on for almost 2 months, and I mean the battery has held up well. I haven't had any issues with it. Every time I pick it up, there it is. I mean, it's just great. I like it. All right. It says to turn the side off, press and hold the minus button longer than 3 seconds, and the LED dot should turn off. This will disable the shake awake, obviously. The sight has 10 illumination settings, 8 daytime and 2 night vision. Increase the brightness by pressing the plus button. Decrease the brightness by pressing the minus button. Okay. They call it the MDS mode. They don't call it shake awake. It says it's similar to shake awake. The sight features and will automatically enter standby mode after 4 minutes of non-use. As soon as the sight senses motion, it will automatically become active again. MDS mode will not work while the optic is off. So like I say, I picked it up many times and moved it around, and it's bounced around and jarred around, and man, it's just been holding right on up with it before it goes the battery and all, no issue at all. So, lock mode activation. Press the plus and minus button simultaneously for 4 seconds until the LED blinks 3 times to activate lock mode. So now, in lock mode, buttons are locked out, preventing any setting changes, and cannot power off. So when you put it in lock mode, won't nothing change on it until you take it off of it. Let's see. To deactivate the lock mode, press. Yeah, I say it's press is what it is. Press the plus and minus buttons, positive and negative, simultaneously for 4 seconds. The LED will blink 3 times to confirm lock mode is deactivated. Multi-reticle system. The default reticle for this sight is a 2 MOA dot centered in a 26 MOA circle with 4 positioning points. The diameter of the circle reticle represents approximately 26, I guess that's inches at 100 yards, yeah. 26 inches at 100 yards, 66 centimeter at 100 meters. Hold the plus button down 4 seconds to switch between the 3 reticles. Circle plus dot, dot and circle in that order. So I've been using it on the circle plus the dot. I like that pretty good. It gives you a little something extra to work with. I need to work with a little more with just a dot. I think that might help me, because when I'm firing it, I generally fire it standing up or at a knee. You know, I'm not on a table with a bag or anything like that. So the dot might help me to, you know, get a little, because it's smaller, it get me a little closer to being on bullseye every time. I'm a little wobbly myself, so Lord help me, I just getting a little old, I reckon. All right, zeroing. The optic is delivered in a centered position. Normally this means that only small adjustments are necessary, providing that the base is properly aligned. Work your way to zero by adjusting each turret in small increments. To move your point of impact right, use the included Allen wrench to turn the windage screw counterclockwise. To move your point of impact left, turn the adjustment screw clockwise. To raise your point of impact, use the included Allen wrench to turn the elevation screw counterclockwise. To lower your point of impact, turn the adjustment screw clockwise. When zeroing with a bore sight, sight in at 25 yards. So you're going to use the bore sight at 25 yards. Installation, please tighten firmly. Warning, test screws on your slide before installing optic. Make sure the screws aren't too long or too short. You know, you don't want that issue. It says this optic is compatible with the RMR footprint. The maximum torque is 15 inch-pounds. We recommend using Loctite 242 medium strength. Ensure the screws are securely tightened. When mounting or adjusting, compatibility may be based on screws not included with the optic. A minimum of 4 properly seated thread links on both screws that are securely attached to the slide should be maintained at all times for safe operation. Please clean slide and screw holes before installing. Inspect before using, and use self-supplied thread locker if deemed necessary. Troubleshooting. If you have intermittent LED dot illumination during live fire, replace, put a new battery in it. If you notice a blurred or enlarged dot, try using a smartphone camera with a screen lens to inspect it. If the dot appears clear and crisp through your phone camera, you may have astigmatism. Warranty, limited lifetime warranty. Contact Cyelee for repair or replacement. This warranty does not cover normal wear and tear, modifications, misuse, or accidents. So, and that covers the pamphlet that comes with it, pretty much explaining everything just about it. It says that they have deemed it drop proof at 6 feet on a 35-ounce pistol. So if you drop it from 6 feet and it lands upside down with a 35-ounce pistol, it's supposed to be drop proof. That's pretty neat. It stands up like that. Anyway, you best sight it in at 25 yards, zero at 25 yards, and then from 5, 10, and 25 yards, it shows that you'll be on the center. I tried to zero it in. I wound up doing better freestanding at about 10 yards. So it stays pretty center at about 10 yards. I needed to get it on a bag and actually zero it properly. That way it'll be dead on, but I never done it. I planned on doing it, but it didn't ever happen. So, anyway. It says it's fully submersible. You can put it in water for, I think it said up to 5 minutes. Let's see. Aluminum unibody. Yeah. Yeah, it's supposed to be fully submersible up to like 5 minutes. So, I haven't submersed it in water. It's been wet, and one thing and another, but I hadn't put it down in the water. So, as far goes that. I'm going to weigh it and see how much the optic itself weighs. I don't know how YouTube is about things like that. I think I might have to actually stop the video to remove the optic. I've seen some that do it on video, and I've seen them install them on video, but about time I do it, I guess. I don't know. It ain't like I'm making no money on YouTube or anything like that. So, but anyway. Okay. There's the optic alone. Let's see how much the optic weighs by itself. 1.58 ounces. That's how much the Cyelee Cobra X Pro weighs by itself. 1.58 ounces. Not too bad. Let's see how much the gun weighs. 26.36 ounces. So, yeah, the good things about this here I really like is you can take the battery in and out without taking it off the gun. I didn't have to take it off the gun. The only reason I done that was to weigh it. And like I said, I hadn't had to change the battery or anything yet. It's got a little side trough in there, a little tray. You can just take the screw loose and pull it right out. And got you up and down right here on the side there. You adjust your reticle up and down and change it from one to the other. I like that too. That's pretty nice. I've got another optic there on my M17. It's a Bushnell optic. And I have a harder time acquiring the reticle in it. And pick it up, but I mean, I can acquire it, but it's just, with this one, you just go straight to it every time. I like that. It's pretty solid, man. I mean, it's made out of some pretty thick stuff, especially on the top part there. So, they made it sturdy enough where you could use it. You could carry it, use it, do what you needed to with it. Like I say, dropped it, carried it, everything else there is to do with it. Had no problems with the zero, stayed zeroed in how I had it, you know, and just everything works great. I really like the Cobra X Pro by Cyelee Optics. I believe Cyelee Optics are probably one of the best. I heard a lot of people say for the money, but I really like it though. You get the QR code up on the screen to say 15% at Amazon on the Cyelee Cobra X Pro. I put it into my phone earlier, put one in the cart just to test it out and see how it done. And it saves you like $40-something. I think like $41, something like that. And I think it winds up being after tax, shipping and everything like $260, in the $260 range. You could also do Amazon Prime if you have it, and then it'll save money on your shipping. And it might have some other type of discount with Amazon Prime on it. I'm not sure, but it's like $260 just with my code, you know, without Amazon Prime. So, but if you like the video, like, subscribe, and share. And I like to say I really do appreciate you, Cyelee, for sending me this optic out to try and do a review on for you. I really enjoyed it. Also, don't forget the big bullet giveaway. We get to 1,000 subscribers, we give away a big bullet like this. It's a cleaning kit. I've talked about it before. Hadn't said anything else about it in a while, but when we get to 1,000 subscribers, I'll give one of those away to one of the subscribers, you know. So, but that's all I got to say for now. I sure appreciate it. And y'all like, subscribe, and share. And Lord will, I'll aggravate you later. Y'all have a blessed one now.